you action figure enthusiasts out there, JC here with another TNINews video. Now, I have a real quick update I just wanted to share with you guys. You may have noticed in the past year or so, I've kind of been moving more and more away from doing toy reviews here on this channel. And that is a trend that I think I'm going to be continuing. That's not to say I'm never going to do a toy review here, but you're probably going to be seeing a lot less of actual toy reviews on this channel. I plan on focusing more so on like the news videos like this one, or even things that I've been kind of experimenting with, like the Toy Talk videos, where it's more, I'm not just really reviewing an action figure, but just kind of talking about it, sharing my thoughts on it, just general thoughts and things like that, as opposed to just a standard toy review. Definitely going to keep doing videos here, but again, the focus is going to be more on the news end of things, and maybe just talking about things in the hobby, things that affect you guys, things that affect me, things that affect the industry, along those lines. So hopefully you'll enjoy it. The stats indicate that you seem to enjoy more of the toy news type videos than the reviews, which is one of the reasons why I'm going in this direction. But, and like I said, I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you've got comments, if you've got suggestions, if you've got, feedback, whatever, let me know in the comment section. Okay, so let's get on to the news today. So first thing I wanted to share with you guys is on the DC comic front. So we got last night images showing off a new MAFEX figure for the DC movie line. And this one is actually pretty cool. It's based on Shazam from the new movie. If you haven't seen the new movie, I do recommend it. I think it's a fun movie. I don't think it's a fantastic movie. I don't think it's, reinventing the DC universe. And in fact, it's still, the DC universe to me seems like a discombobulated mess, which does make it kind of harder to get more enthusiastic about these movies. But the Shazam movie itself, I think was a good movie and a fun movie, and again would recommend you check it out if you haven't already. And so far, we haven't had a lot of product for Shazam. Mattel did a couple multiverse figures and then some basic figures, which are actually probably cooler than their multiverse figures. But other than that, we really have not seen a lot for the Shazam movie line. So MAFEX, these images come from AMI Hobby News, and an event that took place overseas, and again, this figure was on display. It's the first time we're seeing it. I don't have a lot of details to share with you, but I will say the likeness looks much better than the DC Multiverse version. I saw that one in the Walmart the other day, and I was gonna get it, and then I just decided it wasn't worth it, in part because the line is coming to an end at the end of this year, and I don't know, it just didn't strike me enough to get it. But this one I might definitely get. When I actually first saw these images, I had to do a double take because the suit actually looks almost like it's like a cloth material, the texturing that the suit has in the movie. So I think they did a really good job with that. I almost thought it was a Hot Toys at first, because Hot Toys is doing a Shazam figure. They teased it the other day. We haven't actually seen full images for that, but they are also going to be doing a 12-inch Shazam movie figure. But this MAFEX one is looking good. And from these images, it looks like he's going to have some lightning effects that you can put on his hands and such. I can't tell if the cape is soft goods. It almost looks like it is soft goods, but I won't say 100% that it is. And then again, I really like the texturing on the suit. They seem to capture the look from the movie quite nicely. It'd be really cool if they made the lightning bolt on his chest light up, but I don't think that's going to be an option. Probably will have multiple heads and hands and things like that. I think those hands that you're seeing in these images have the lightning effects attached to it, so there's probably at least a normal pair of hands and maybe even closed fists. I don't have a release date yet on this figure. It's probably going to be out later this year. We probably will be getting official images and details from Medicom pretty soon. But again, I don't have anything other than just these initial images. But if you're a fan of the DC Universe, been looking for some more MAFEX figures to, join your Justice League and such, I think you'll be excited for this one. Okay, now switching over to Marvel, I've got a couple different things that I want to share with you on that front. And first of all, I've got some official images I want to show you for Tamshii Nation's next Marvel Realization figure. This is, their kind of samurai line where they take characters and make them look like samurais and ninjas and such. They have a similar line for Star Wars characters. But for this here, we're seeing the next one for the Marvel, and it's Wolverine based on the tiger stripe outfit with the yellow and goldish yellow and the blue. And again, he looks like a samurai. He's got his head sculpt looks like a samurai with incorporating the Wolverine mask. The figure is going to be about 7.10 inches tall and is going to include 2 different pairs of hands and 4 sets of claws. The claws are quite big on the figure, but you're going to be getting 4 different types. And no other weapons, no kind of sword or anything, but that figure is slated for a September release and is currently up for pre-order. Okay, now switching over to Hot Toys. So Hot Toys has been announcing a number of different Avengers Endgame figures that they're doing for the 1/6 scale. And the first 2 that they officially announced were Thanos wearing his battle armor and is going to have the double-edged sword. And then the second figure they've officially announced is Iron Man, the Mark 85 armor. So I briefly talked about these 2 figures the other week, and I mentioned how like the Thanos is going to have a removable helmet. This is the only version of Thanos in figure form that I believe is going to have the removable helmet, which is nice. And then Iron Man. The weird thing about the Iron Man is, so this is classified as the Mark 85 armor, so this is the newer armor. We are assuming he's going to be wearing at some point the Mark 50, and then we'll switch over to this 85. And why we go from 50 to 85, I don't really know. But the thing to note here is you'll see like the weird back cannon on the figure. So we saw that with the SH Figuarts version, but with Figuarts, it was actually included with the Mark 50. So I don't know if one of the companies got things backwards. The SH Figuarts version of the Mark 85 is very basic looking. There aren't all these different weapon attachments and such. So I don't know if he uses these, if it's the same thing where he replicates the same kind of weapons on both armors, or if, like I said, if the companies got mixed up or something along the way. A lot of times with these early movie figures, they go by concept art. And now with things like Hot Toys, both of these Hot Toy figures aren't due out until the beginning of 2020. So unlike the Hasbro figures, which are hitting shelves now, these still have a ways to go. So if this is an error, then, maybe they'll make changes. I don't know. Same thing with the SH Figuarts version, though that one's going to be out much sooner. So again, I whether they can make changes or not. It might be correct. Like I said, maybe he uses these weapon attachments on both versions of the armor. I just, until I see the movie, I simply do not know. Now, these figures do have a hefty price tag. Both figures look like they're going to cost over $400 each. And and they've done multiple Thanos figures before. We got the Infinity version without the armor, and then they did a Guardians of the Galaxy version that did have armor but looked a little bit different than what we're seeing with the Endgame. Same with Iron Man. Iron Man's going to have, looks like an unmasked Tony Stark head. He's going to have, the blaster effects, lights, and everything like we generally see with the Iron Man figures, die-cast metal and everything. So the Infinity War Iron Man figure that is just now starting to see release was also very expensive, over $400. So I guess that's just kind of the going price for these things nowadays, which is probably why I don't really collect Hot Toys on any kind of regular basis. Now, unofficially, I shouldn't say unofficially. So Hot Toys also teased, they didn't release a full gallery of images and details and everything, but they teased a Captain America figure. So we know officially that is coming. But then unofficially, at least Hot Toys hasn't made an official announcement online. It looks like they are also doing a Ronin figure, which makes sense. Ronin, aka Hawkeye. And then also, it's a little unclear. So these images, they've been floating around social media. I don't know the original source of the images, unfortunately, but they've been floating around. And as I understand it, these figures are on display at some kind of Avengers Endgame setup. There are other products besides Hot Toys at this thing. I don't know if it's a convention or something on display at a mall. Overseas, sometimes they just set up in malls and stuff and show the stuff off. I wish they would do that here in this country, but they don't. But anyway, so I don't know the exact location of where these were on display, and I don't know who took the images. But you can see there is Ronin and Captain America, and definitely we know Captain America is coming because Hot Toys has officially released a teaser image for that one. And then also you'll notice that there is Thor, Rocket Raccoon, and Ant-Man. Now, the thing about those three is those all look very similar to, like, the Thor and Rocket look like the Infinity War version. So I don't know if that's just the Infinity War figures, the Ant-Man Wasp figure, or what have you. that they're just had on display there, or if they're re-releasing those figures, and because they don't really change their appearance other than when they're wearing the quantum suits, they look almost identical. I don't know. I don't have those details. But the real news here is Ronin looks like it's definitely coming, and then we're also getting kind of a better look at the Captain America figure. Now, one other thing, some images that look like official Hot Toy images of a War Machine figure have also hit social media, but Hot Toys, as far as I can tell, has not released these officially, so I don't know where these came from, who got their hands on these, but it does look like that they're going to be doing a War Machine figure. Doesn't look terribly different. As I understand it, that possibly, I mean, I almost know that we're going to see multiple War Machine armors. And we got the Quantum Suit version. We've got a regular version. There's a possibility of a Hulk Buster version. So, I don't know. But as it is, this it looks like, I'm pretty sure these are legit images that have been floating around, I guess that got out a little bit early from Hot Toys' official announcement. I do expect more information on all these to be coming soon. So, once that happens, we'll be sure to update on Marvelous News, and probably I'll update here on a video as well. Okay, so I wanted to start kind of highlighting reviews that you should check out from other YouTubers. So first of all, I wanted to let you guys know that Ivera94 has recently put up a review of the new SH Figuarts Nano Suit Iron Man figure, the Mark 50. This is one that I've really been debating on whether I want to get or if I'm going to wait for the Endgame version. I really kind of like this one with the wings and the blades and everything. So if you haven't checked out his review, I do recommend that you check it out. I will put a link to that in the video description. We also have it up on Marvelous News with images, a full image gallery and everything. So again, I do recommend that you check that out. Daredevil 19 recently posted a review of the new Yamaguchi Revoltech Gambit figure. So, this is going to be kind of a tough choice maybe for some of you because the Marvel Legend version is starting to come out. It's starting to hit shelves. If you missed my news video yesterday, I told you how the X-Men Caliban Build-A-Figure wave with the Gambit figure has started to hit Target shelves. The official release date for that wave isn't until May 1st, but as per usual, the figures have started to kind of leak out early. But, Kyoto is also doing their own Gambit figure for the Revoltech line. Some of you may end up getting both of them. I don't know. But if you want a better look at the Gambit figure, do check out his review. And again, we have it up on Marvelous News along with the full image gallery. So I'll put a link to that so you can, again, check it out. And then finally, for you Marvel fans, Shartimus Prime just recently put up a review of the new Walmart exclusive 2-pack with Loki and Corvus Glaive. So that has started to hit shelves. Now, some of you who ordered it online, including myself, maybe had some issues getting yours. That's a long story. I did a write-up on Marvelous News about it. But suffice to say, if you ordered it online, if you pre-ordered it, and if you haven't gotten it by now, the chances of getting it, unfortunately, might not be too good. Basically, what I was told by Walmart reps for my own personal order is there was some kind of glitch with their system, and my order, even though the system told me it had gone through, it didn't actually, and now it's sold out. And so, maybe if they get more in stock down the road, I might be able to get mine, but otherwise I'm probably SOL. But anyway, Shartimus does have a review up of that 2-pack, and I would recommend you check it out. Definitely looks like some cool figures there. Hasbro continues to kind of knock it out with their MCU figures, and these two appear to be no different. Okay, and then the final bit of news I have for you is really just kind of an update to a previous story in regards to SH Figuarts and the Avengers Endgame figures. So we had seen the official images. These figures are all up for pre-order now. But now we're getting some kind of in-hand images. These again come from AMI, and these were on display at the same event that the Shazam figure, the MAFEX figure, was on display at. But it just gives us a new additional look at these figures. Now you'll notice on the Ant-Man figure, he's riding that big giant ant. That's not actually included with the Endgame version. That's the one that came with the Ant-Man and the Wasp set. So if you want to get the big giant ant, you would need to get that one, which is available now. You can get it at places like Big Bad Toy Store. But just want to be clear that that ant is not going to be included with the Endgame version. The Endgame version will have an unmasked Paul Rudd head, which you don't see in these images, but we did see in the official press images put out by Tamshii Nations. Okay, in this last segment, I want to leave you guys with, I'm titling, What the... are you thinking? And you may have heard the other week when the new Avengers Endgame trailer hit and the tickets went on sale, that people bum rushed the movie websites like Fandango and such, and the sites actually crashed, and a lot of people struggled getting their tickets and stuff the other week. Well, as a result of that, apparently a number of people trying to make money, of course, have taken their movie tickets and put them up on eBay. Now, to me, that's kind of ridiculous to begin with. I mean, trying to sell movie tickets on eBay is just crazy. If you can't get tickets on the day or time that you want, you just wait until the next day. I mean, honestly, unless you just live in some place that's so rural that you have like one movie theater in a 10,000-mile radius, I just spending a lot of money on a movie ticket. I mean, movie tickets themselves are not cheap, but spending well above normal price is just crazy. But we're taking that craziness with these eBay auctions to the 10th degree. I mean, if you go on eBay and you Google Avengers Endgame movie tickets, you're going to see auctions where there's one literally going for $10,000 for a movie theater in New York City. 2 tickets for $10,000 freaking dollars. I mean, are you freaking kidding me? I mean, they put, oh, look, you get recliner seats. Wow, recliner seats? $10,000 sounds like a bargain to me. But even that one-off one, I mean, there's a ton that are going for like $500, $400, $150, $120. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, literally, I really, really hope that people are not that stupid. I don't see these selling too much, but I have seen one or two going for a hefty, like $1,000. I saw one where somebody bought one of these guys' auctions for $1,000 the other day, and it's just like, I really, when I see that, it's just like, people, they really can't be that stupid, can they? That's like the studio or some PR firm that's trying to hype up the movie, putting these on there. And I've seen a number of news outlets covering this, $1,000 Avengers Endgame tickets. So it's been, this little gimmick has been garnishing a lot of headlines on various news websites. So from that standpoint, it seems to be working. But is the studio real? I mean, this movie is going to make a ton of money no matter what. So I just don't really see that the studio would need to go that kind of effort. But nevertheless, this is just crazy seeing these auctions on here. And I just hope that, if you're watching this video, you're not insane enough to spend that kind of money. If you didn't get your ticket for opening day, I know it's a bummer, but you will get to see the movie and not have to pay an arm and a leg for it. Okay, so that's it for today. I'd love to hear your thoughts on everything I talked about. Share them in the comments section. And again, if you have any feedback for the channel, I am going to be making changes, moving away more from the actual toy reviews here and focusing more on the news. But any kind of feedback you have, constructive criticism, I always love to hear it. So let me know in the comment section. I know you guys love to correct me when I mispronounce something or say something wrong. But again, any kind of constructive criticism, I'd love to hear it in the comment section. And as always, like the video if you're so inclined, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, hit the bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. You can follow me on my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. I have links to those in the video description as well. And until next time, guys, we'll catch you later.